And this is my 2024 tour of my garden and how much I have transformed it. And it has healed me. Oh, I have had God talking to me in here. I have done some mistakes in here. I have went and hid in this place. So let's go. Let me just quickly take you to how when you have a vision, and it's very important to manifest that vision. So here we go. All right, so this is a hill that's right by my garden, and when I seen this hill already, I had a vision for it. I had a vision that I seen while driving on the freeway, and I told myself that one day I want to have Californian puppies on this hill. This is a better picture of it. Now it is not done yet, but this hill is gonna be covered in Californian puppies. This is my first year growing them. I have tried growing these suckers and I've learned so many things about them, how it's better to direct seed them. And I direct seeded these in fall of 2023. And now these suckers started coming in. I actually took some of them out thinking that it was a weed. Oh my goodness. So, and it has pretty much come back direct seeded. I just went and bought a $5 pack and I just threw it on this hill. And this is it, you guys. I just love how it turned out. Now, I have lavenders because I envisioned lavenders making a hedge since we have deer coming on our property all the time. I try to find things that deer don't like so I can still enjoy my property and they can still enjoy what God has given them. And so I started having lavenders. Have not come in yet, but those are the green little stalks on the hedge of the hill that are coming in, as you can see. And this is another area that I have dreams. I just learned that deer do not like vinca. I tried it last year and I was wondering why deer did not eat that. It was nice and pink and pretty. And I was like, So I learned that vinca, the annual vinca, deer do not like it. So I'm starting to put it everywhere. Anything they do not like. We do not have pets, just so you know. So I am planting things that are sometimes toxic to the pets. So we don't have pets here on our property. So that's a disclaimer. Someone might say, you're going to poison your dogs or cats. We don't have that, okay? So that's why I'm growing these things. I got this from Etsy, Colorado blue spruce tree. And I am working on them growing, and eventually they'll be going in their own happy place. All right, and one more thing before you enter the garden. This has been something we've been working on since we moved here. It started little by little, and we worked on this bed. And my future dream or vision is when it's fall or winter time, I would like to see some moss growing on it. It's so pretty when it's green. I would love to see that. But this is the lovely bed before you enter the garden, and I started all this foxglove, which is very toxic to animals. I started this from seed last year, and I'm already starting some more. I'll show you once we enter the garden. But this is foxglove, and I am so happy to see it come up, because last year I bought some from the store and those suckers they came up and they were weak. But I've learned so much about the soil, and if there was any comments or whatever tips you got, I am a listener and I am a learner. I am not here to tell you that I know things, because gardening, you can never know enough, I feel like, you know. I cannot wait for this to come up. That's gonna be so pretty. So pretty. And right there is gonna be a pop of Russian sage. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. I already have that vision in my head. I cannot wait. And by the way, I just wanted to remind you that I am growing in zone 7B of California. I've realized that we have snow. When we have snow, we get cold. When it gets cold, we have those frost dates that we have to watch out for. And so I've decided, I read upon it. We used to be a 7B back in the days, and they changed it to 8A, 8B. So I am taking myself to be a 7B. So I am getting plants that sometimes are called hardy. This I have propagated. I'll show you the mother. And this is Agastache. The pink is Agastache. Oh, it smells so good, and I'm actually gonna have some for the tea. And the pink flowers, hummingbirds, they love it. This is a Ladybank's rose that last year, I bought it last year, and I am learning to put it where it likes it. So far I have it in a pot. I only seen 2 flowers on it, so I'm hoping for some flowers. I might have to change position where it's sitting right now. I don't know. I'm just learning, all right? We got some lobelia. Then I got some alyssum, sweet alyssum, the pink ones. These are gonna be so pretty once they come up. I started those from seed. The flower bed that I've created before we get into the vegetable beds. This is all flower beds right here. This is black-eyed Susan. Oh, I love how that is getting so happy right here. All right, so this is black-eyed Susan, Rebecca, Total Rustic. And it looks like it's reseeding itself from what I see. There's some areas that it's reseeding itself, and I'm happy to see that. I think right here. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it's reseeding itself. Anyways, this is for my pollinators or the bees. Anything that's pollinating my garden, I make sure that I have it in this area, because number one, the sun kind of hits this area in the afternoon, and in the morning it's beautiful. As you can see, I do have a shade cloth, and that shade cloth is 40% block, so it blocks off 40% of the sun, and so everybody's in here is loving it. Everybody's loving it. I noticed that last year, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it again, because I have learned my lesson that this sun scorches so bad that the plants get weak, the plants get hammered, and they are not happy. And then you get powdery mildew, which I did so bad. The first year that we started this garden, it was so bad, so bad. And so when I put this, I did not get no powdery mildew during summer. I'm talking July, August, September. So hot. yarrow, salvia, the black salvia, blue salvia, more salvia going on. And they look like they are so happy. These were so tiny when I started them. Very, very tiny. I decided I'm planning in so I'm planning in edges. So we got stuff that's gonna be coming up on the bottom here, and then we got stuff that's coming up here where you can still see it, and then we got stuff that's gonna be coming up on top, and everybody gets to show off. All right. Everybody gets to show off. And these suckers here, they're supposed to be, this is the canna lily, and they're getting there, but the canna lilies get pretty tall, so I'm hoping that eventually the canna lilies will go up on top here where you can see it from the house. So that'll be so beautiful. One thing I've learned about gardening is you have to be very patient. When you're not patient, you will get frustrated. So I am learning that. I have learned, for example, this is the English daisy, and I'm actually taking the heads off because it is reseeding itself, as you can see. It is reseeding itself, and I'm kind of like one of those mistakes. Do I like it? Do I not like it? I do like it for mulching. Eventually, this wood chips won't be visible here, but then I don't know how far it's gonna go as far as reseeding itself. We got a dahlia that's coming up from last year. As you can see, the tag says 2023. I did not touch it. I didn't plant it. I planted it last year, and it's coming back. You're supposed to take dahlia tubers, protect them from the snow, but I did not touch it, and it's coming back. We shall see how it grows. A zinnia that's coming back from last year. And this here is the ladybanks. The ladybanks roses is thornless. That's why I got it, because I am not a rose person. Please do not take offense to that. Don't take offense to that. I just don't like the thorns, okay? They're too pretty for me, but it's not worth the thorns. I'm sorry, but I got other flowers that make me happy. You gotta find what makes you happy. Okay. All right. And I have guara. This is pink guara that it was on sale for $6.99. One of those things that are on clearance, and you just take it home and take care of it and wait for it to give you the magic. I love it. Another thing I'm doing this year, I am experimenting, because I've seen gardeners on YouTube channel where their heucheras are very pretty, they're very huge, and it's because they put them in the ground. You can have them in pots, but I have failed to get them in pots. I am learning that they do love the shade, and when they're happy, they give you nice pretty flowers. So pretty. I was donated that Californian aster. I just put this lady in the ground, a pansy, and I might put some more pansies around in the shades during summer, just so I can still have some beautiful colors in the garden. Another lady from ST that I got, this is the strawberry Sunday hydrangea. Oh, I cannot wait to see the color of this. And this is the limelight hydrangea that I took a snippet from work. I snipped it from my job. They have so many, and I just say, let me just go put it in the ground and see what it does. It survived the snow, and it's coming up pretty nicely. Again, more pansies. Now this is a beautiful dahlia here. It's like a white purple dahlia that it was dying. I messed up and I put it in the ground where it didn't like it and it got shocked. But I am planning to revive it. Again, I like doing this. I like propagating plants. I like taking care of plants to see them come up, because I know that God has given us a hand of creation. We are all creators. We are all creators in one way or the other. And so for me, gardening is a way of creation. I get to see things come up. I get to see things that were dying, and I take care of them. And they get big, and I get happy, and they're happy, and everybody's happy. Speaking of propagation, this was from last year. It gave us some beautiful colors. They all gave us some beautiful colors, coleus, different kind of coleuses. So I'm trying to bring it back. I put it in the sunroom, and it was just, pushing itself. It was not happy, but I was like, just hang in there, because I'll take care of you when summer comes, okay? And so, speaking of propagation, these are some of the things that I'm propagating. A friend of mine, homesteader, gave me another hydrangea, and I just took snips of it, and I'm hoping that it comes back. If it doesn't, I'm not mad. Okay, I just wanted to take you outside so I can show you what I was looking at. This is the area I was looking at. We were in the area right here on the bottom. This is the flower area for the pollinators, and just for the beauty for me to come in and take a breath. But I was looking at that, and so we are going to head to this area right here. Again, these are still flowers. Let's go in. Again, I'm doing the same thing here. I'm doing edges. This is the first edge right here. We got Dusty Miller and the zinnias, the small zinnias. This is Dusty Miller. I'm trying to find a tag for the zinnias. It's those small zinnias it's a mixed zinnia. And my sweet potato that I started from the window. I'm just letting it have some life here. And then I'll plant it. I already planted some that my friend from Oregon gave me, and I'm so excited about that. They're all coming up pretty nice. But this is the mixed zinnia with Dusty Miller included. And so these are coming up. As they're coming up, of course, I bought these in a 6-pack for $3.99 at grocery outlet. You cannot beat that price, all right? Same thing here. That's $8 right here for flowers. My goal for next year is to not have to buy any flowers from the store. That's my goal. All right. And then these are going to be coming up so big and huge. You'll be able to see them from the kitchen window. And this is your black salvia. Black blue salvia. So pretty. I got to see the color when we first put them in. I use less water, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay, I better start watering it, because every time I come here, I just water. So maybe that's, well, all right. Whatever. Oh my God, yeah. Okay, yeah, they're coming up beautiful there. But these I started from, this is cornflower, purple cornflower. And I'm hoping that they get big. I started from seed, as you can see. Some of them are starting to get there. But they are going to be between the blue and the purple. That's gonna be so pretty. And then on the back end here, I am having some zinnias here, which I might have to change the idea. I want zinnias to go from there to there, but it might not be possible because this is my walkway into the garden itself. Again, with propagating, I am big on propagating. This was a little snip that I took off my friend's property, and it is coming back. I forgot the name of this plant. Yeah, but I am happy to see it come back, and it smells. So I know that they're not gonna like that, but I'll take up propagation of it next year and just, try to see if the deers like it or not. If they don't, I'll be propagating a whole lot of it. Oh my goodness. So I am on Instagram and I took pictures of these and these things. This is a gazania, big yellow kiss, and oh my gosh, these things are so pretty. And I just found a grocery outlet again. They had a 6-pack for $3.99, and I bought another one. So I'll be taking propagation from this because I love it so much. This is a this is a wild viola, and it's edible. I took it from the other side of the property and I put it here because I noticed that it came up during winter. It likes the cold, so I'm giving it shade, and it looks happy right there. This is a tree from our last house we had in Northern California, but 9B, zone 9B, and it seeded itself in one of the pots, and I realized that this is the old tree that we had, which I liked. So it's a shade master, so I would love to get it big so I can plant it on this property. Something else I am going to be propagating a lot. This is and I never keep the tags. Oh my god. So this is Dianthus, hybrid Dianthus, pink ball wizard, hybrid Dianthus pinball wizard. And I like the color of it. I love the color of it. It should have went in my other garden, the south garden, because the south garden I'm doing a pink theme, or the pretty little pink things. That's what I call it, the pretty little pink things in the garden. And I just love how it looks. So pretty. My neighbor gave me this. I don't know the name of this plant, but she says that it takes off. I am soon to find out and give it a label. But yeah, it looks like it's coming in, and I'm about to put it everywhere too. And then we got some pansies that I started from seed. This is gonna be for fall coming up. And obviously this was all on sale, clearance for $6.99, and I got to enjoy it. So pretty. And this is the pink guara. Let me get in here. And so I'm happy to see that it's bringing its flowers in. And this is how it looks like. Let me zoom in. It's not, there you go. There you go. That's pink guara, and it's gonna be so pretty when it comes up. I can see it already. And hummingbirds love it, so that's another thing that I'm welcoming is hummingbirds. A friend of mine gave me some lamb's ear, and I put it up here. I'm wanting it to start propagating itself. I know it does that because I've seen it in their property, on their property, and it does amazing. This is gonna be outside. I'm waiting for it to get bigger. That's rosemary. And some things. This is a black hollyhock. Again, a friend of mine from Oregon. She gave me this, and I cannot wait to see if they come up big. So. And I don't know what this is. It could be a weed. It could be, I'm thinking, I think last year I put some seeds down for, what do you call that? Quinoa. I put some seeds down for quinoa, and I'm thinking this is quinoa, but it was taking over the watermelon bed, and I took it out because I don't want to be, I don't want to make that mistake of this thing reseeding in case it's a weed. Okay, I started some white goddess from seed, and I've heard that it's hard to grow it, but again, that's another reason why I love gardening, because you learn so much. I learn as I go. Okay, so we have 4 raised beds that I am planting food in, but I also have things on the ground. And then I have this other raised bed that you might have seen it in one of my videos that my husband built. And this bed is for watermelon. So I think I'm gonna go starting with this bed with things on the bottom. I put some grapes here and they are coming up beautifully. And I'm planting some stuff on the ground. This needs some sun. This is a tomato that probably is going to be shaded. Again, this is strategizing, and I'm strategizing how things should be growing, what they like, and all that kind of stuff. So as I see the sun come up, we've been here for 3 years. We have been here for 3 years, and I am still learning how the sun hits our property and what things like it were. And so the grapes, I just moved them. They were in the bed. They were in this bed, and I just moved them and put them in the ground so I can have more space. Putting cattle panels and having them climb up, and eventually when all the grapes climb up and all the tomatoes that I got on the ground, it's gonna make a beautiful arch, a cattle panel, which is gonna add some more. It's gonna add some more shade, and I'll be putting stuff that loves shade in between. I might next year. I'm probably gonna be putting lettuce all over this area because there won't be no sun here. And eventually, my goal is to take that. My goal is to take that shade cloth off, and just have natural stuff giving shade to everything. All right, so we'll start from this side and then we'll walk our way back into the raised beds. I got watermelon started from seed. This is the watermelon bed with cantaloupes. Why? Because the sun hits, the sun is so hot during summer that we do have a video of us cutting the watermelon, harvesting the watermelon, and it was so good. Oh my goodness. We grew the sugar baby watermelon, and it was so good. And we also grew some cantaloupes, and it was so good. We didn't get much, so this year I'm hoping that these things take off and we get a whole lot of stuff going on. But this is all watermelons and cantaloupes, and on the other side too we are going to add some more. Now this is something else that I am experimenting with. If it does kill my plants, I'll be the one to blame. If it doesn't, I would have known that I've tried it instead of listening to everybody else. This is sunflowers, and I'm putting them in specific places of this bed. I grew this from seeds. This is the Perodovic Peridovic sunflower, the one that gets huge. It's starting to come up. I started that from seed, and we'll see. They say that I guess the sunflowers have a chemical they throw off, and it kind of it frustrates the other plants where they don't get bigger. So we shall see. I got sweet potatoes coming up, and I want them to climb on this fence. We do have a deer fence, so that's why I'm able to grow all this food. Otherwise it will be a problem. Okay, sunflowers, they're about to pop. I'm so happy. So far we just covered this area of the garden coming in. Now this is the mother Augustaceae that I was telling you. I got this from the store and I put it in this bed, and this thing was full of hummingbirds. The humming moth, it was so pretty just listening to it and just looking at this plant in pink. You can see all the way from the kitchen. This thing grows up to 4 feet, probably higher than that, 3 feet to 4 feet up, and it will get there, trust me. Now, of course, we got some onions underneath here, some chive onions. There it is. Peridovic sunflower. I gotta work on my labeling, that's for sure. So that's cabbage. That's cabbage right there. The big foliage, that's cabbage. It's my first year growing cabbage, and I've learned some things about it that I will not be doing again next year, but I will still grow some cabbage. Right here we got some round zucchini that is probably gonna get bigger here and kill this place, but I'm planning to put more watermelon around this area because the sun just, I do have one here. I don't know what this is, probably cantaloupe. Oh, I do have a tomato. This is a volunteer tomato because there were some tomatoes in this bed. And so I might have to move those because there was no sun over there. The mistakes of a gardener, that's what it is. This, I did not start it in fall like we're supposed to. I started it in the window of the garlic that was sprouting in my fruit basket, and I started it in the window, and the roots started getting on it, and I started bringing it in. I think I brought this garlic in these beds in March, so we shall see how big of a garlic I get. Some tomatoes. I got the Zapotec tomato. My friend gave me this from Oregon. This is pineapple tomato. I think this is Zapotec tomato. And these tomatoes are gonna be trellising up here on this trellis. The carapana. Oh, look how much spray in the skies. Sucks. This cabbage I'm about to take out. It's not gonna be big of a cabbage, but it's killing this space, and I need this space, so I might have to kind of just, it's not even there. I think I have one here, but it's not wrapped up yet, so I might have to just take it out. It's killing the space here. I need it for the sun. I need it for the cantaloupes and stuff. Some more flowers. I got corn in here. I had spinach, and I'm letting this spinach go to seed so I can save the seeds, because this spinach does not bolt. That's what I liked about it. It does not bolt, so I am waiting for the seeds. I'm like, I better get the seeds from this so I can have my own seeds. And then I have corn coming up in here. I have round zucchini again. We're gonna have a lot of squash, round zucchini, all of it. Okay. And as you can see, now we are in the garden looking out. Okay, we are about to turn to the other side of the garden. We have the raised beds, the green birdies raised beds. But I want to show you this hibiscus. This is a white hibiscus. It says. And I have two of them, and they bring up the most beautiful, almost like a pinkish flower. When I got it, it says white hibiscus, so I don't know. It doesn't look white to me. I do have it in one of the videos, but I have two of them side by side, and we shall see. It's gonna look pretty once it's all done. And so this is I put this here because I like the foliage of the English daisy. This is the first time I grew them, but see, it's reseeding itself, so I'm so happy that I kept most of it in the pots. But I have a lot of it, and it's reseeding itself, so I don't think it's something that I want to grow a lot of it. So we are going to the next area of the garden, the side. So let me just turn around. Okay, I am in the she shed, and now I'm looking out into the whole garden, and you see the trellis, the cattle panel trellis that I put up. Yeah. I am laughing because if you ever dealt with cattle panel, you know that you are fighting with some kind of, I don't know what. I want to call it a demon, but it's not. It's just, oh my gosh, it's the most annoying thing that I ever dealt with as far as like working in the garden. I don't know. Between that and the mosquitoes, I don't know, okay? But yeah, it's not easy. My son helped me, and we were both like, the cattle panel has pretty much ripped my shoes. I had almost fell dealing with cattle panels, so I'm happy that I got it up there. And there was more to come, okay? So we are going to this side of the garden so I can show you what I'm growing in the beds, okay? But let me show you the other side. The bed that I made up is not as pretty, but it is growing food, that's for sure. I call this the L-shaped bed. And when my husband gets some time, he will build me a cedar raised bed. But I decided to grow strawberries in here because we needed space where the deers don't mess with it. And I am having some strawberries that are popping off. They are starting to get there. I took off a strawberry yesterday. Look, something ate this. No, it's just getting, yeah, something ate it. Let's put it in the ground. Cover it. The strawberries. Now, you cannot beat this. These are blueberries from Costco. $19 for each. and that is the O'Neill blueberry. And I'm gonna be putting this somewhere, but I wanna get in here and show you strawberries. This is a strawberry blueberry bed. Okay, bed number one. Bed number one, we have some tomatoes, some carrots. This thing does not look happy. This is the eggplant. It does not look happy here. It's not like the eggplant I grew last year or the first year we moved here. It was big and everything. I don't know if it's too much sun, but we'll find out. I have a canna lily that came out from last year. Some peppers. This is better bell green pepper. I have a beef steak tomato that's looking happy. My friend gave me this cayenne pepper. And then we got some round zucchinis that are starting to come up. Some snapdragons for the pollinators. This is the Nevada lettuce in here with some peppers that are still young. And onions. First year, well, it's not the first year growing onions, but we'll see how that happens. But yeah, onions of some sort. I think red and Walla Walla onions. Another Zapotec tomato. Started from seed. I could take this off and propagate it, but I have a lot of tomatoes, so. And then we have some sweet potatoes. I'm hoping that they're gonna start climbing up, going up the trellis, and some of them will climb up and go up this trellis. And this is bed number one. Another perennial plant. This is liriope or whatever, however you pronounce it, but it throws off some purple flowers. We got celery that's coming into seed, and more celery into the raised bucket with some kale. This bed right here was full of broccoli, and I just took out the broccoli, and now I'm using it as a tomato, peppers, dill, collard greens. Everybody looks like they need some water right now. I haven't really watered, so I am about to water. Yeah, we need water. And so that's what I'm using this bed for. And I'm gonna add more stuff in it. Oh, and I have some this is beets. I put some beets in there from seeds. Oregano, collard greens, mint. Bed number 3. Here's bed number 1. I have some sunflowers again, and the teddy bear sunflowers from M.I. Gardener. I can't wait to see the flower on that. I got some sunflowers, teddy bear sunflower from M.I. Gardner. And then some tomatoes that I'm hoping that they start getting big and start coming up on these trellis. And some junk. Oh my God. But that's pretty. That's a heuchera. I think it's the brandy something heuchera. It's pretty. It's happy there. I know it's happy when it gives me flowers, so I like that. Bed number 3. This is where the corn is. I got some round zucchinis again. I had celery in here. I had some Swiss chard in here, and I cut it down and looks like it keeps coming back. This is one of those that will keep coming back as long as you give it space. Swiss chard is coming back. I just cut it to the ground. They're all coming back. This corn did not have sun because of the Swiss chard and the celery that was up in here. And so when I cut it back, looks like it's starting to show some life, but I think I'm gonna have more corn in here. Oh, it's not too hot in here. I am not looking forward to having corn this year because it looks like I put it in the wrong bed. Again, these are the things that you learn about your weather and how you should place things, because if you don't do it right, you're gonna suffer, or they will suffer, and so you won't get food. So anyways, so this corn, I wasn't planning on getting corn anyways, and I was like, let me just put corn in so I can have some shade, but then it looks like I shaded it way too much and it's slowly coming up. As you can see, this looks like it's having more sun than the other ones, and so it's happy here. We'll see how big it gets. We get hot, so we'll see. More snapdragon, and these are the grapes right here. Snapdragon, corn, dill. This is summer squash. Summer straight, summer squash, early straight. More colored greens. Okay. And here's another Agastaki that I propagated from the other one. I propagated it and put it in the bed last year, and it had some good snow come onto it. And look how big this thing is getting already. And it's dancing. This is cat mint. A friend of mine gave me some cat mint and I propagated it, and looks like it's coming up. Compost tea that I am gonna use to fertilize all these happy people. Sometimes my propagation area and leftovers. This is a gift that's going to one of our friends. So whenever they come pick up, I got some sweet potatoes for them, some mint, some tomatoes that I don't know. I don't know the names because I did not label nothing. Oh my gosh. Oh, and one of our friends gave me borage. Borage. And it likes it here. It likes it here. It really does. More grapes on the ground. And I'm hoping that we'll get some grapes this year, because we did not get grapes from these two. We got grapes from one of them, and I don't like them. They have seeds in them, and they're so tiny. What's the name of it? I think this is it. Flame seedless grapes. Yeah, that's what it says, but it had seeds in them, so I don't know. Okay, and bed number 4. Here we go. So this is bed number 4, and it has our favorite person in the garden that's showing off. She is showing off the life, and she's like, I'm happy here. Nobody touched me. Oh my gosh. She's just so happy here, and she gave us her happiness. So this sucker's gotta be like, well, she's in the bed, but she's pretty tall. I'm thinking 3 feet already. So I'm hoping to propagate from this one. I grew more, and I gave them away. And one of them, my mother-in-law, has it in her garden, and when they're happy, I guess this is how big they get. And so she's showing me, if you feed me and take care of me, I will show you who I am. And there she is, so happy. And she gave me another one, so I'm about to take her off. Yeah, there was a little one, and there was a big one. So yeah, we're about to take her down when that one is ready. I just learned about how to know when it's ready, and looks like she's almost ready. And then we'll go eat her. Another little raised bed with some, which tells me the other lettuce is probably too hot over there. And so this is the Nevada lettuce, cut and come again. This wintered over. This is petunia, the wintered over, and I started this from seed. And it came back. Snapdragon, pink lettuce that my friend gave me. It kind of tastes like arugula, this lettuce. It has an arugula taste. And then I started some morning glory from seed, and finally I got it to start the right way, so it's coming up. And then we go into bed number 4. Bed number 4, more snapdragons. And then in here we just have beans. We have some eureka beans. We have some regular green beans, but mostly eureka beans in here. This little majigis here. This is some, what do you call that? My goodness, I gotta label stuff, yeah. That's what happens when you turn 40. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when you get older, that happens. So this is asparagus. So I'm hoping that next year I'll have some asparagus, because this is year 1. And I won't be getting any other than this. And some more green beans, eureka beans. The eureka beans, the wax beans. I got some purple beans in here too. And this guy. Oh, a lady. It's a lady. Yeah, and some more snapdragons.